Welcome to Homebrew Magic, a video series about EDH where we do our best to build unique, fun, or just plain silly deck lists to play against each other, followed by a breakdown of how they did so we can all learn and get better at this game that we love.
Anyway, we are playing budget Magic tonight, and the budget was $100 or less for a commander deck, including all cards. So,
all the cards?
not just the one. Decks that are $100 or less total. I decided to play Furkrag, Cunning Instigator, who's one of the Dagrons from the Commander Legends Baldur's Gate. I don't even remember what that set was actually called.
I think
Commanding
it was
Baldur's Gate.
C21, technically.
Yeah, Commander Legends Baldur's Gate or something like that. So Furkrag is the Goad commander. He was a face commander for the Izzet deck. 3/3 flying and haste. Whenever one or more dragons I control attacks an opponent, goad target creature that player controls. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, if that creature had to attack this combat, you put a +1/+1 counter on Furkrag, Cunning Instigator, and you draw a card. Goad's not good when it gets to the end game, but I thought this might be fun. So
confirm.
I built Furkrag for tonight. Schno, who did you build tonight?
I built Ishan, 2 heavens as 1. This guy is out of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty?
Yes.
Dynasty, not Destiny. He's Mardu for a 3/4 human samurai. If a attacking creature causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. This was one guy that I wanted to build for a while, and I started looking at the cards already in the pile and went, these are all god awful. This is gonna be my budget build. Like this was a quarter started, and then I just finished it and went, oh god.
I'll put lands in it.
3 color mana base on a budget. 1 card is a quarter of my deck's value.
Triumph.
This guy knows his magic. The Mardu Triumph, you say. Tej, what did you build for the homebrew? What did you homebrew for us?
Well, hive mind if you didn't pick up on that hint.
He home brought it.
Welcome to the home purchase.
Mama said we had a budget deck at home.
As a father of 2 children who just won't leave him the fuck alone, I don't have as much time to build decks as I would like. So I did not have the time to build a budget deck, but I do have unmodified precons.
Worth over our budget.
Listen.
But not when he chose.
I'm just going to give you shit the entire budget.
That's fair. I deserve it, kind of. Tonight I'm playing the Vrondis Rage of Ancients precon. This is out of one of the Baldur's Gate sets. What I did is I took the 5 dragon precons and I uploaded list and looked at prices, and 4 of the 5 of them were under $100 at the time.
So I took the 5th.
Yeah.
Nope, I did not play Ur-Dragon. That one's pretty pricey. But just out of curiosity, so I'd have a price point to say on camera, I looked it up right before the game started, and this deck is now, after a couple of weeks, worth $110. They're Klauth something or other.
Klauth's will.
Or
Klauth himself.
Klauth himself.
Klauth
is
himself.
$27.
Didn't Klauth give us an airship in a campaign once?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I do have one card in here that, after a past couple of weeks, shot this deck up over budget. So I apologize, but this is an unmodified precon, straight out of the box. So I will apologize in advance that I'm going to waffle stamp you all with my wallet tonight.
Money bags. I built Imodane the Pyro Hammer. Imodane is a 4/4 human knight for 4 mana. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that targets only a single creature deals damage to that creature, Imodane deals that much damage to each opponent. This is a deck that, as soon as I read it, I was like, oh my god, it's finally a burn commander. Trying to make a burn like
Make burn great again?
Yep.
in Commander, where when you have to burn through 120 life, it's a little harder to do. I feel like this deck could be really, really good and not fun to play against. which makes it good for a budget deck where I can't just pull out all the stops. So I figured it would scratch that itch of wanting to build it, but with some restrictions. And I had the high roll, so I will go first. We'll draw for the
Great
turn.
segue.
Also, I just noticed it on my monitor now. I've got it cropped just so that Chris's life total over here is in the corner of his screen.
Nice.
Ooh.
Teage's is also. I'm going to have to adjust Nelson and I on the fly to see what we can get done.
Look at us.
So
Constantly
don't move,
improving.
So don't move your phone.
I'm not going to talk to my wife.
Good. I've been telling you that for years.
I don't care that my children are puking again every time,
That's
every
what
week.
children do.
Mage Ring Network will be my land for the turn. I'll tap it for a colorless.
I have one of those at home.
I will play a Soul Ring.
Oh wow, Jesus! We said budget deck.
Budget.
Jesus Christ!
$279.
Hey guys, the mono red player has no red mana available.
But 3 colors.
Faster.
It's his hidden Eldrazi.
Pass
Oops,
to
oops all
Nelson.
Eldrazi mono red deck. Okay, untap, upkeep, and draw for turn. I will play this mountain for turn, and then I will pass because I built a budget deck.
Okay. And now I need to work backwards to fix. Yeah, where's mine? There it is. Bam.
Whoop.
And then fixing it, fucking it up a little bit more.
Whoop. Whoop.
My whole playmat and my life total, ladies. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Look at him thinking, ladies, watch this.
Savary Triumph, go ahead.
Hey, there it is! Money card.
Bitching about my Soul Ring. Plays Triumph.
My turn. One.
It's a
day.
promo
Forest.
Triumph. I didn't price it for the promo value. I just regular Triumph.
I have access to none of my commander's
17
colors.
or $18.
You have access to all of them.
I'll pass to Chris.
Untap.
I have
Draw
access
for the
to your
turn.
color.
I felt real bad. I'm just like, shit.
Mountain will be my land for the turn.
Fruit the
Now I
baby.
got red. Red, 2 colorless. I will cast Fiery Inscription. A 3-mana enchantment that says, when it enters the battlefield, it tempts you. Wah wah. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Fiery Inscription deals 2 damage to each opponent.
Oofda.
Pass turn.
It's good in a burn deck. Untap, upkeep, draw. Land for turn will be an island. I will pass the turn to you, Chanel.
Okay.
I'm a fair magic over here.
Tap up, keep, draw. Clifftop Retreat. ETB's tapped unless I control mountain or plains. I control both. Thanks. Into an arcane signet because I would like to do well this game. Go ahead, teach.
I'll draw. My land for turn will be a mountain. And I will play Dragon Lord's Servants.
You know, all that jabbering about how your deck violates all of the rules of this game. I don't remember what this thing actually does.
That's because I didn't actually say what it did.
You
Because
didn't.
everyone was making fun of me.
Just jumping all over you. In rage. Whenever bronze is rage of ancients,
Oh, that's her?
it's dealt damage. You get a token that when it
5/3.
deals damage, you sacrifice it.
Yes,
And then whenever you roll a die, he enrages.
Right.
that's correct.
I will draw for the
Sweet
turn.
deck.
He may enrage. He's gonna fucking enrage.
Land for the turn will be Underdark Rift.
You drow.
Or Dro if you're one of those people.
True.
Don't be those people.
No. They're the same people that say necropotence.
That's me.
That was the joke. I know.
I will pay 2 mana.
You don't say drow, you say drow.
It's a Dro.
Yeah, I know.
And I will play Chandra's Regulator.
Necropotence, my ass.
I don't like how redly violent you are.
Yeah, it's getting real dicey over there.
There's an awful lot of foily cards for a
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Oh, almost all my basics are full art foils, by the way.
With that, I will pass the turn.
Tap up, keep,
I should have anticipated
draw.
Nelson violating our budget accords because he was the one in the chat. What? I'm sorry. I meant teach.
Oh, I was gonna say, what?
Sorry. My brain went, push the Nelson button, and I can't think a thing and say a different thing.
Stinkadoo.
Yeah. But with Teach being the one who violated our fucking accords, he was also the one in the chat who said me foiling out the deck and making it arbitrarily above value violates the spirit of the game. And then he violated the rules of the game.
That's very true. Very true.
I'm just gonna violate this playmat, and I'm gonna cast a
You're
Lapis
chanting it?
Orb of Dragonkind.
Lapis.
Taps for blue, and if I spend that mana to cast a dragon spell, I scry 2. Be some screwing going on over here. Go ahead, Schnell.
Schnell button. There we go. Just narrate how all the things work. Untap, upkeep, draw. Swam. Foily Fuller. God, we have so many mana now. We're gonna go those 3 into a Hammers of Moradin. 3/3 Myriad. Whenever it attacks for each opponent other than the defending player, I may create a token that's a copy of this creature that's tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker. Exile the tokens at the end of combat. Whenever Hammers of Moradin attacks for each opponent, tap up to 1 target creature that player controls.
Sounds good.
Go ahead.
Untap.
Siege button.
Draw. Land for turd will be a forest, and I will use all of my mana to cast a cultivate.
Seems good.
He's ramping.
He is ramping. I will cultivate in a second. I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to attack Nelson for 1.
39.
Got him. First blood.
Aster.
On your turn, I'm going to tap a Soul Ring for 2 colorless.
How dare you?
I'll use one of them to put a counter on Mage Ring Network. I'll use the other one to activate my Chandra's Regulator, pay a colorless, tap it, then discard a mountain or a red card to draw a card. I will discard Tears of Valakut to draw a card.
I cultivated 2 mountains. One will go in my hand, one will go on the battlefield.
Cultivated your mom last night.
Whoa.
God.
Fuck.
Right. Draw for a turn.
Yes, we were.
You weren't the only one. She's everyone's favorite on the block.
Is your mom's name Jenny?
I was just going to say, oh, Jenny.
Mountain will be my land for the turn. Ooh, getting spicy in here.
Too spicy for the pepper. Whenever an instant or
You gonna like shit
sorcery
your pants or something?
No.
Only a single creature.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, so every time you nuke a creature, you also nuke players.
Yes.
We should nuke your commander.
Nuka-Cola.
Alright.
I was actually referencing Nuke, the drug from RoboCop 2.
I did not get that deep cut. It was lost on me until you clarified.
I will pay a red and a colorless. I will cast Erebor Flamesmith. 2/1 Dwarf Artificer. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Fester.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw what's probably a foil because it's bent as shit. Confirmed.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I will play the foil Shivan Reef. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pay 3, and I'm gonna cast Dragon's Horde. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under my control, I put a gold counter on it. I can tap it to remove a gold counter and draw a card, or it taps for 1 mana of any color. Then I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna cast Decanter of Endless Water. I have no maximum
Holy
hand
ramp.
size, and it taps for 1 mana of any color.
Oofed up.
Go ahead, Schnell.
Okay. I'm actually excited to see what this deck does because despite pulling all the cards for it, I didn't pay attention to any of them because I just went into card store mode of find all the shit. That was one of the most annoying things when I'd be pulling like 40, 50 cards at a time while people are standing at the counter like, hey, hurry up, I need this. And then one smarmy fuck with a massive list just goes, well, you can see what I'm going for here. And I'm like, no, I'm literally just reading words, identifying pictures, and getting you your shit. I'm not also piecing together your deck for you. However, I will cast Ishan, 2 heavens as 1. So now, if an attacking creature causes a triggered ability of a permanent I control to trigger, such as Myriad, it triggers an additional time, such as Myriad.
And those
Double fucking Myriad.
are 3/3s.
3/3s.
Gross.
And Ishan's a 3/4,
Yes.
if that's what you're asking.
I'm also going to put down Gishani Enforcers, 1/3 Myriad. I can pay 2 creatures I control named, or Genasi, Enforcers get +1/+0 until the end of the turn. I'm going to go to combat. Nelson, you are the weakest, so I'm going to send Hammers of Moradin your way. Myriad trigger. Whenever this guy attacks for each opponent, I get 2 of those triggers as well. So, Chris and Tej, you are both getting 2 3/3s coming your way, but I will tap that thing down,
Okay.
and you have that thing tapped.
Yep.
Yep.
Are they stunned?
No, they're just tapped, but they're triggers, and it's tap up to 1 target creature. So it's an up to, but I have to up to.
That seems pretty good.
Well, I've got no responses.
I got nothing. I'm taking 6.
Okay.
I'm taking 3.
Alright.
So far, Poor and Violent is a solid deck build.
Yay!
That's it for me. Go to T. Exiling all of my copy tokens. Also, super fucking proud of myself. This is the first game ever that I went into my Architect list and looked at what tokens it creates, and then brought those tokens.
Nice.
First time ever.
I still don't use Architect for it. I go through each card of my deck.
If you scroll to the bottom of the deck list, it
I
just
know.
goes, hey,
Yeah,
here are the
you
5
need
tokens
these.
your deck.
I
your
forget.
deck generates.
I'm a stupid.
You'll get there. What do you want?
I do enjoy pulling tokens though at the end of deck building.
I like
It's
having
satisfying.
a 3,000 count box of alphabetized tokens.
I don't like not having anything to do on my turn. Go, Chris.
Ooh,
I will
quick kill all of our shit.
put another counter on Majoring Network. Draw. Land for the turn will be Desert of the Fervent. Desert
Sorry, it's Jug and Coffee.
of the Pervert.
There you go. Cards in hand?
3.
Don't bolt me, brah.
I am going to wait one more turn.
Wow.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Listen to this guy. All right, I'm gonna untap.
Waiting turns.
Upkeep and draw for turn. Well, I definitely didn't forget to put land in this deck. All right.
Well, you can see what I was going for.
I mean, let's see. 2. Or sorry, I'm gonna be scrying 2. So blue, colorless, red, and then 2 more. Sure. I'm gonna cast my commander. Burkrag is here. That will put a gold counter on Dragon's Horde. 3/3 flying haste. Again, whenever one or more dragons I control attack an opponent, I goad target creature that player controls, and whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of my opponents, if it had to attack this combat, I put a +1/+1 counter on Furkrag, and I draw a card.
And then.
I'm going to remove a counter from Dragon's Horde to draw a card. And then I'm going to move to combat. I am going to swing at Schnell.
Yeah, I'm left leader. That makes sense.
Yeah, and I will goad
The hammers.
the Hammers.
3 for Crag.
Yep, 3 for Crag.
Gold hammers.
So they have to attack, not you.
Yeah, but that means you can swing 6 points of tokens at me.
Yes.
Assuming Chris doesn't
It's-
do anything.
Might be more than 6.
Nice. Go ahead.
Okay.
Might it now?
No, I will. Untap.
Mightn't it?
Upkeep.
Mightn't it? Mountained it?
Montaren. What? Red source, an extra, red source, an extra, red source, and extra. Go to combat. So the hammers have to go at not Nelson. Tej, you're slightly to my left.
I am.
So the hammers are going to come at you. The Ganassi enforcers are going to come at Chris. So then I've got Nelson, you're getting 2 copies of the hammers. Tej, you're getting 2 copies of the hammers.
No, Teach is getting the
Oh,
original
Oh, I'm sorry.
hammers.
I'm sorry.
I
You
get
two
the
copies
hammers.
of the Ganassi. And I'm out of tokens. God damn it! I was so close. Okay, so coming at Teach, coming at Nelson.
Copy tokens.
There we go. So the Ganassi, 2 at Chris, 2 at Teach. The hammers, 2 at Chris.
So it's
Do it,
a
Nelson.
8 coming at me at the moment.
I'm going to tap down this thing, and I'm going to tap down this thing.
That's fine. I do have a response.
Okay.
I am going to spit flame
Okay.
with 4 damage to the hammers.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, that creature had to attack. So what about things that come in tapped and attacking? They have to attack this turn, do they not? Because this doesn't specify goaded creatures. It says if that creature had to attack.
No, had
So-
to attack means
In
have
the
to
attack
be
phase.
declared as
Yeah.
an attack.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I lose everything on that.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm just taking it.
Any, no
take-
blocks?
just
Teach
take-
no blocks.
I
Nelson, no.
just take-
Before no blocks.
Okay, sorry, no
I'm going
blocks.
to activate this Ganassi Enforcers, and then I'm going to activate one of the other ones and one of the other ones. So 3 activations. So creatures I control named Ganassi Enforcers get +3/+0 until the end of the turn.
All of them?
So if I
Yes.
take 9 then?
So, yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because 3,
Right.
and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
so
sorry,
4.
10.
But if
You're
you
taking
activate
10.
it multiple times, doesn't it cumulative?
No. If I activate it 3 times, it's +3. Because this one gives all creatures +1/+0.
Oh, I thought it was +3/+0 each time.
No, it's 3
Okay.
total because he activated
Got
it
it.
3 times
Okay.
for the 3.
So I'm taking 12? Jesus.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Because
They're all 3s, right?
The 4s.
4.
Oh, okay.
These are 4s.
Four
Oh.
3s.
Jesus, so 14? Okay, I'm half dead.
Take one back. Because Teach has one of each, and you have,
No, 3, 6, 10, 14.
He split them though.
So with this one going at Teach, it was 2 hammers. Oh yeah, so you get
Yeah.
2.
Oh, yeah,
So
okay.
Teach gets the 2 Ganassi.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what it is.
So
Okay.
Teach takes 8.
Yep.
End step. Clean up all its goddamn tokens.
Well, that's enough of that shit.
How do you like my budget deck?
Yeah, Myriad's real stupid when you can double it. Yucky.
That's what I found out.
Done.
Yeah, go ahead.
Untap. Draw.
I have a feeling this isn't going to go as long as our let's play 4 precons out of the box games that go 3 hours.
Well, I mean, we're playing 1 precon out of the box.
It's true.
We are.
And Teach already found the removal to stop me from
Plan
having
for turn.
fun even harder.
So that means there's no more in there.
Yeah, I
You.
give up.
And you. That's enough for both of you. Alright. Fuck.
Got him.
I'm gonna
It makes
play
you
one
feel
of
better
my
running
favorite
out of
dragons, and that is Chaos Dragon.
Chaos Dragon.
4/4 flying haste. It attacks each combat if able, and at the beginning of combat on my turn, each player rolls a d20.
So that would trigger with.
If one or
For
more
all-
opponents
yeah,
have
for
the
range,
highest
yeah.
result, Chaos Dragon can attack those players or planeswalkers they control as combat. I will also use my 4 remaining manas to play my commander, Rondis, Rage of Ancients. Whenever I roll 1 or more dice, I may have Rondis deal 1 damage to itself. Whenever Rondis Rage of Ancients is dealt damage, I create a 5/4 red and green dragon spirit creature token. And whenever that token deals damage, I sacrifice it. So I'm going to move to combat. Everyone's going to roll a d20. This one, Chris.
No, roll yours first.
18.
16.
Nat 12.
13.
You had 18, Chris?
Yes.
So Chaos Dragon cannot attack Chris. Whenever I roll, I'm going to do 1 damage to Vrondrus to create my 5/4 red and green dragon token.
What's dealing the point of damage?
Vrondis has
Himself.
whenever you
When you
roll,
roll
a
a
die,
die.
he can deal a point of damage to himself, which triggers his enrage.
Got it.
And then I'm going to attack Schnell for 4 flying.
What did I do to you?
That will activate Fur Craig. He will get a counter, and I will draw a card.
What activates Fur Craig?
Chaos Dragon attacks each turn if able.
Whenever a creature has to attack.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fur Crag gets a fur in his crag.
That will end my turn. Go, Chris.
Okay. I'm going to... Oh, man. I don't like this at all. I'm going
Board
to
wipe.
add another counter to this.
Board wipe like your life total depends on it. Because it might.
Draw for the turn. Mountain will be my land for the turn.
Coward.
We gonna get this thing done in less than half an hour?
Already impossible.
I will cast
Well,
my
no.
commander.
We were recording.
We started.
Like
we
8
kicked
minutes.
off right around 7:30.
Yeah.
The
look at
game proper.
I look at the record time,
Sure.
which is at 34 minutes, but we dicked around for like 8 minutes prior.
And I will cast my commander. I will pass the turn.
It's pronounced doctor round.
All right. I'm going to untap,
Not move the thing.
I didn't touch it.
Somebody did.
upkeep, and draw for turn.
I touched it when I changed my life total, but I didn't think I moved it.
Island will be my land for the turn.
When I draw my $27 club, it's coming right for you.
I know it is. Again, in my defense, this is a silly,
1, 2,
stupid deck, and I've
3.
been pretty even against all of you.
Oh, I wasn't concerned about your deck. Big mouth.
Oh, yeah. The bridges
4,
and the size of them.
1, 2, 3,
The
4,
audacity.
It
5,
costs
6.
2 mana to pump up your Ganassi.
Yes.
Totally forgot my scry trigger last turn. I will not forget it this time. I'm going to pay 6.
We'll see.
And I'm going to cast Warmonger Hellkite, 5/5 flying. All creatures attack each combat if able. I can pay 1 in red to give attacking creatures +1/+0 until end of turn. I tapped the Lapis Orb to cast the dragon spell, so I'll scry 2.
Also, quit looking at my board now that everyone else has.
That will get a counter
good rares out there.
on Dragon's Horde. I'm going to pay I'm going to remove a counter from the Dragon's Horde to draw a card. I'm going to tap the Decanter of Endless Water for a red. And I am going to curse Schnell with the Curse of Opulence. Whenever enchanted player is attacked, create a gold token. Each opponent attacking that player does the same.
Nelson is asshole.
Yes. Okay. And now I go to combat, and Warmonger Hellkite forces all creatures attacking each combat, if able. And he can't because he's got summoning sickness.
So literally
Fur
nothing
Craig
on your board
has
changes.
Chris, you got any flyers?
I do not.
Oh, you're at 20. Never mind. That sounded really bad. Sorry.
Tej also does not have flyers.
Yeah,
Nobody has
Schnell.
flyers.
Despite
Schnell, I'm going to swing at you for 4 for Crag.
cool.
Since you're life litter.
Now I'm in the 20s.
Welcome.
Slumming it with us.
Yeah. Slumming it with
This
us.
is hell.
I will then end my turn.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep. Panic draw. So, my shit has to attack.
Yorp.
How big's that monster?
5/5.
Okay, cool. That's death range.
Well, I gotta keep me alive, because that's who I care
Hang
about.
on to that death curse, Harry Dresden.
So, planes, full art foil will be my land for the turn. I do have like 3 non-foil planes because I couldn't find any.
Fucking scrub.
I know, I'm such a bitch. I'm gonna lose my Ganassi forces. I'm going to bestow upon my commander Heliod's Emissary. So it'll get +3/+3, and whenever he attacks, tap creature and opponent controls.
Wait, but I killed the hammers.
Yep. I felt like that ability was also really good in cards that are 17 cents and less.
All right. Well, 3/4 of my budget was put towards Force of Will.
I did feel like when I pulled that out of my file for you that you were a bitch. Yeah, we're gonna go to combat. Well, whenever he attacks, just tap a creature an opponent controls. So, Nelson,
Yeah.
all the real cards are coming your way. When he attacks,
Yeah.
I'm going to tap down your Warmonger.
Yeah.
When he attacks,
Cool.
I'm going to tap down Vrondis?
Good choice.
Yes. And then you two both have 1-2 Ganassis,
Oh, shit.
or 1-3 Ganassis coming at you.
Shit.
You forgot your golds.
No, I forgot my fucking goad.
Also, yes.
I like go.
You forgot, apparently, all
I
your
forgot
triggers.
everything. Yep.
So it looks like you cannot pump up your Ganassis?
It does look like that.
Interesting.
So you both have 1-3s coming at yees.
I'm not. Fuck it. I'm not blocking. Play your game.
I'm going to block one of them with Imitating.
Okay.
Let's see. Where's my Schnell quadrant?
6
3.
commander.
Oh no, yeah, he's plus. Okay,
So I'm
6
taking
commander,
1.
Yeah.
and then 1.
My
right?
lucky number.
Okay, and then Furcray gets 2 counters. Because they had to attack.
Everything has to attack.
So those attack, and then I draw 2 cards.
Alright, cleanup step. Pass to Tej.
Untap. Draw. The fuck are you? Some sort of antler man?
That seems like that'd be a really sweet playmat too. Chanel, we need some art. The fuck are you? Some sort of antler man? Baby, what are those antlers tap for?
I feel like I have to play antler man. We'll leave our fans in suspense.
I mean, I need to know what the base of the playmat off of.
Druid of Purification.
It's a fucking antler man.
It's got an antler.
What are you? Some sort of antler man?
When Druid of Purification enters the battlefield, starting with I, each player may choose an artifact or enchantment I don't control. Destroy each permanent chosen this way.
Fuck.
Did you say an artifact?
An artifact
Or
or enchantment.
enchantments.
Okay, got it.
Right now, I'm not a fan of that thing.
Why? I don't destroy it until the end because everyone
Correct,
else can also.
because
just
everyone else
choose
can
that.
also just choose
I've
that.
got
if they're
the Lapis
silly.
Orb, the Dragon's Horde, and the Decanter of Endless Water.
Do you have any legal targets?
Nope. Also,
We
you
can't
can
target him anyway.
Target my stuff anyway.
So no, he doesn't have any legal targets.
Also, it doesn't target. He's an antler man.
You targeted this.
No, I chose it.
You said you targeted.
I chose it.
You said you targeted.
Has been chosen.
Target your ass in the foot.
Antler man, not a fan. Fucking Dragon Horde.
I mean, I would like to think that as a peoples we could come together, and seeing as how that's effed anyway, we all just pick that. But I don't trust you guys. So.
I picked last, so let's do it.
I'll choose it. Fuck me, right?
I'd be it's stupid not to. I'm gonna choose Curse of Opulence, probably.
It's not like I remembered it anyway.
Let's just get rid of this thing you forgot about.
My shit's gonna go away anyway, so I'll do the Dragon's Horde. I got Soul Ring.
Hang on.
Yeah.
You get to choose.
Inscription.
Oh, yeah,
something
that's right.
before
I
this
get to
finishes,
choose.
and then I get to choose.
Yeah,
These
that's
are my
true, you
3.
do. Which one do we want? The inner inscription? The regulator lets you loot, right?
Yeah.
And then the inscription is whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, it deals 2 damage to each
Yep.
opponent.
Yeah, let's get
I'm
rid
gonna-
of that.
The inscription? That's what I was thinking.
Fucking Antler Man. Let me see Antler Man.
It's a real good card. I like
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna pop the inscription.
Okay.
Or I choose the inscription.
All right.
I choose
Okay.
you, Pikachu.
I choose Curse of Opulence.
All right.
All right.
Ability resolve, or Nelson can just stifle it. You have a blue open.
Results.
To be fair, if he wanted to stifle it, he would have had to before choices were made. Because once again, it doesn't target.
Yep.
Alright, then I have to move to combat, because I have to. And everything has to attack if able.
Yep.
Schnell.
Wide open.
You're gaping. Everyone roll a d20. Due to Chaos Dragon.
Shit!
16.
4.
3.
1! Shit, he said.
4.
4 no.
4, 3, 1.
4 no
But
rest.
doesn't it take into account your own roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Which
So
means
I'm
it can't
still.
attack. It can't attack me.
Yeah.
It can't attack the player with the highest.
Yeah, so it can
Got
still
it.
attack me.
Correct.
That's what I thought.
Correct.
That's what I was
Oh,
saying.
Yeah.
What'd you roll? 3? 2?
I rolled a 16.
Shit.
That die has 2.
I was gonna say that die goes that high.
We were all rolling a d4 from my understanding.
I have a additional dragon spirit. I am going to send Chaos Dragon at Schnell.
Woo.
Vrondis at Schnell.
Boo.
That is 9. That will put you at 20. Dragon Lord Servant at Schnell. That'll put you at 19, on par with everybody else.
You're at 24. Put me down at 24.
And Dragon Spirit at Schnell.
I'm about to get real violent with my poor deck.
Feel now, big man.
What am I down to, sir?
5, 10, 15.
Okay.
It's take 15, so
yeah.
you are at 14.
Okay, but how much of it is
Yeah, well,
commander?
how much is commander?
5.
As per the accords.
5.
5 commander.
And then 9,
10.
right?
And then 10 everything.
Oh, 10? I thought it was
Yep.
14.
It was, no, it wasn't.
So
It's-
next turn, now that thing will also have to be attacking, right?
Correct.
Okay. Dragon Spirit dealt damage, so this one gets sacrificed. Just going to replace it with the unsacrificed one.
Pre-sacrificed.
Do you have Fur Craig triggers?
Yeah, how many creatures attacked?
4.
4?
5.
5?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so he gets 4 counters, and I draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All your stuff good?
Yes.
Nothing? All right.
Yes, sir.
Second main, I am going to play Dragon Master Outcast.
Chris, I will give you my most favorite card in the world, Evolving Wilds.
Pass turn.
If you board white.
I'll try. God damn it! I hate everything attacking, but Nelson only has 2 creatures. I can't, in good spirit, do this.
Get him. Just
So
do it.
I am going to Wild Magic Surge Vrondis. Destroy
Destroy
target
it?
permanent and
Yep.
opponent controls.
This controller reveals cards.
From top of their library until they reveal a permanent card that shares a card type with it.
Oh, come on, Klauth.
You $27 son of a bitch.
Nope, Thunderbreak region.
And you each all take 1 from the Erebor Flamesmith.
Each take 1. All right. 18.
13.
And this thing just comes out, right?
Yes.
Thunderbreak Regent. Whenever a dragon I control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, Thunderbreak Regent deals 3 damage to that player.
Okay.
Good, I got rid of Furcrag.
It's 2 creatures.
He has a
Could've
10
had
power
one
commander
creature.
that's pumpable.
Not no more.
What do you mean not no more? Because he's tapped for 8 more seconds?
Yeah. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. Don't be like that.
I didn't mean that, baby. I'm so sorry.
You know how it is.
Oh, and I will put 1 counter on this at the end of your turn. Draw. Alright, so. You all were worried.
Still am.
Chris, red. That doesn't just destroy creatures. Oh, yes, it does. Aftershock. Destroy target artifact, creature, or land. Deals 3 damage to me. But still, destroys a creature. I'll target your commander.
You will you?
I'm attempting to.
Well, you're targeting it.
Targeting it.
So, yes.
I still have to take the 3, unless it gets countered, I guess.
What's stealing you
Fuck it, why not?
Aftershock
I'm gonna pay
does.
1 and spell pierce it. That's gonna cost you 2 more to do.
Do it. Do it. Make him look like an asshole. Like the soap.
Alright,
Just
I
go.
will tap
I'm about
this
to die anyway, so I might as well
to
start
remove
casting
2 counters from Mage Ring Network.
And what does that do? Oh,
Just-
2 mana.
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
What is that?
Just making sure. He never said I'm gonna remove counters. There.
3 to me.
I don't know.
1
Yeah,
to
he
each
doesn't
of
know.
you.
Down 12.
22.
Well, so fuck you for running counters even in budget.
Pass turn.
Whatever. You guys could have ran counters even in budget.
Nope. Spent all my money on Sapphire Trial.
Hey. You and I both
untap,
don't know what's in
upkeep,
this deck.
draw.
There's Antlerman.
Antler Man.
It could be anything.
What are you, some kind of Antler Man?
All right, I'm gonna play a mountain as my land for the turn.
I mean,
I'm
technically,
gonna
my commander
tap
was
a
an Antler
mountain
Man for a little while with Heliod's Emissary.
play Soul Ring.
All the decks with Antler Man are doing well. Antler Men, I apologize.
My antlerless deck is barely keeping its head above water at the moment. Oh my god, he's looking at my stuff again.
Just looking around. Just ain't no thing.
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean that.
Mm-hmm.
He's counting.
John D. Morse.
Indeed.
Classic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm gonna pay 2 and 6, and I'm gonna cast Magma Quake. Which feels like a good spot to play an instant. 6 damage to each creature without flying and each planeswalker.
I'm a Planeswalker.
Used to be.
Each creature without flying and each planeswalker.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should wait before I get rid of my board. No responses.
Doot. Bye, Antlerman.
We hardly knew ye.
I have a response.
Oh, what the fuck?
Sucks. It's
Hold
not
on.
going to do anything to help you.
You don't know.
He never does.
I'm going to deal. Oh, I can't hit that. Or I'll be getting hit. That. Oh, fuck. There's a chance this can't hit me.
It's true. 50-50.
25, but close. I mean,
Either a
math's
continue
hard.
or a kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say two options.
Alright, I'll deal 5 to that guy.
Yeah.
In response, I'm going to pay 2 and Lofty Denial. Do you got 4 extra? To
Another counter spell. You are. Oh, no, never mind.
Nelson has entered the chat.
Yeah, no shit. Okay. Well, anyway, cast trigger. You're all taking 1. Cool.
Down to 11.
Come on, man. I'm trying to survive. I'm sorry.
We are going to teach you some new tricks someday. I swear. We're going to try anyway.
I swear all the time. I haven't taught him shit.
I mean, I'm sorry. All right, I'm going to move to combat, and I guess I'm swinging at Tej for 5 in the air.
Five in the air. Teach.
Yeah, sorry, that was a
Malt
sour beer that I don't think is supposed to be sour.
A malt porter? I don't think so.
That's all I got. We'll see if I get another turn. Go
This has
Chanel.
been skunked.
Untap.
What's the date on this bastard?
Well, we're building back.
Better.
I mean, so far, yeah. Okay. One of each mana, and then Mandy tax for Ishan. 2 heavens as Un, and then his good friend Bomber Corps. It has Battalion. Whenever it attacks with at least 2 other creatures, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player.
Nice.
Go ahead, Tej.
Untap.
Who's got to work for a
Keep
Bomber
a
Man?
draw.
Let's see.
God, these Vowlands, they look neat, but I can never tell what the fuck
What's
they
what?
are.
I know.
Yep.
It relies on me reading
7.
white on black because the art makes no goddamn sense. That's a very nice tunnel you got there that produces white for some reason. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Smoke. Smoke makes red.
Is the thing of the everything has to attack?
Yes.
No, right?
Yes.
Yes.
If able.
Yes, if able.
If and able.
Move to combat. Everyone roll a d20.
Let me just skip this and assume
16.
I roll the
4.
lowest.
Hold on. I rolled a 4.
16.
Shit.
10.
What happens in a tie? I know there's something.
If one or more opponents have the highest result, Cast Dragon can attack them.
Okay, so we tied at high, so they
Yeah.
cannot attack
Unfortunately,
us.
Cast Dragon has to attack Chanel.
So glad I played this fucking game. How big?
4/4. 4 at Nelson.
Done for 12.
Second main. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Man, maybe I should have put that extra $40 into this deck.
Land for turn will be a Crucible of the Spirit Dragon, and then I will tap 7.
Watch him play a Cloth the next turn and win.
Skyline Despot.
Oh my god.
Ooh, God, that's a good dragon.
5/5 flying. When it enters the battlefield, I become the Monarch. And at the beginning of my upkeep, if I'm the Monarch, I get a 5/5 Dragon token.
Fuck you, next turn I'm taking the initiative.
I want to be crowned fastest.
Move to my end step. I draw a card.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I think I have exactly 1 out in this deck. Maybe 2.
You should cast it.
I'm trying.
When you see the robot devil,
You're not it.
tell him I'm a go.
Discard a mountain or a red card. I'm going to discard Repercussion.
So
I love that card.
One of the decks I'm building is basically prowess, and I have probably 100 cards pulled, and I went, I should put some
Mana in here?
some spells.
Well, yeah.
I
You gotta
have
be able to
everything-
trigger your
yeah,
prowess.
Everything with prowess and triggers off of casting, but nothing to cast. I feel like that's what Chris did with his red deck. Everything boosts instant and sorceries. You're running instants and sorceries, right? Why?
Yep.
Arcane Signet, go!
I had instants and sorceries. They're in here.
You have like flashback stuff, or
I mean, I do have some in this deck, yes.
some retrace little effects?
Yes.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
I do. Pass turn.
Oh, wow, that was really what was happening.
Yeah, I was.
Untap. Upkeep and draw for turn.
That was a whole production there.
Yeah, sure was. I'm going to play an island as my land for the turn.
Yeah, I think the Spear's gone bad. I think that's what it is.
Actually,
Beer's gone wild.
Spear's gone wild.
let's do this. I'm going to pay 6 and also tap the Lapis Orb of Dragonkind. And I will be playing Niv Mizzet Perrin. Perun. I don't know how to pronounce that word.
I've always said Perun.
I think it's a Perun.
Perun.
He's on par.
I will scry 2. That there. That there. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana available.
It's a hush default.
Sorry.
Yep.
I said what? 6, right? 6
Yes.
mana available? Okay.
5 producers, only
Do I
one does
have a
extra.
way that I can? All right, let's just do this. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna cast Kyrie, the Swirling Sky. 6/6 flying ward 3. When it dies, I can choose 1. Return any number of target non-land permanents with total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hands, or mill 6, then return up to 2 instant and/or sorcery cards from my graveyard to my hand. Move to combat. Warmonger Hellkite requires that all creatures able to attack must do so. I will swing Warmonger Hellkite at what's your despot? A 5/5. And he's an ETB, right?
That is correct.
Okay. And
Upkeep
then
trigger.
at the beginning of your upkeep, it just triggers.
Yep.
You just get a dragon.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna
If
swing at
he's
you.
the monarch.
Right. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, if you're the monarch. I'm gonna
So
swing at
swing
you.
at him accomplishes
Yep.
one of 2 goals.
Correct. I'm gonna swing at you for
Kill
5.
him. Or kill him.
I will take 5.
All right. I will become the monarch.
Transfers.
I will move to my end step. I will draw from the monarch. That will trigger Niv Mizzet. I will deal 1 damage to
Me. Deal it to me.
Why?
Chris. He's over here asking for it.
Yep.
Explain yourself.
Go Chanel.
It's been a while since I took damage. I felt bad.
Okay. I've taken damage regularly. Still feel bad. I'm telling you,
You
draw.
wanted to feel the humiliation.
Yep.
I mean, I love how close this is.
What did I do?
Mountain. That's my land for the turn.
You kicked yourself too hard.
1, 2. 2 white. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For a surprisingly cheap card. Legion Loyalty. Creatures I control have Myriad.
That's a good one.
I mean, it's okay. Myriad doesn't make non-legendary copies of things,
Correct.
unfortunately. And I have to attack, but I really don't want to. Can I not?
You got stuff.
I know. Fucking. So,
Great.
go into combat. Fucking, here we go. Chris, you have no creatures? Okay. Ishan, 2 Heavens as 1, and Bomber Core coming your way. Myriad trigger. So, Nelson, you are getting 2 copies of Bomber Core. Tej, you are getting 2 copies of Bomber Core. You're also seeing each 2 copies of Ishan, but he'll die because legendary.
Correct.
So, this is whenever he attacks, but there weren't. at least
Ishin is a
2 other-
3/4.
He is a 3/4, so you're taking 3 commander and 1 regular.
Got it.
Everyone else just has 2 1s sprawling that way.
Well, I'll block one of my 1/2/1s.
Okay.
They're 1/2s.
1/2s.
I will block both of them.
Okay.
I'll take one.
I'm gonna give them Death Touch magically.
It's not even a game.
It is technically.
Quite literally.
That was my attack of Able. I didn't take the Monarch, but can I touch it?
Ooh.
That was nice. Go Tej.
Untap. Draw. There's an awful lot of lands in this deck.
I mean, I saw most of mine already.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Look
6,
at these
7,
fucking
8,
forests.
9,
Those are swamps.
7.
I hate the art. in this.
I know.
I will recast my commander. Rhondas has entered the chat. I will move to combat. Everyone roll a d20.
This is it. This is how I die.
13.
16.
I can beat
Shit.
16. 3!
16.
So I cannot attack me or Nelson.
Garbage. Garbage rolls for
With
garbage players.
Chaos Dragon.
Chaos.
Nelson, you have a Niv Mizzet?
I
a
have a
5/5?
Niv Mizzet who's a 5/5 and a Kyrie, the Swirling Sky, who's a 6/6.
Guess I'll give you $1 before play.
Fuck that.
I'll try.
Okay.
No promises.
Earn that dollar.
I need
Dance,
to
Show me what that deck is.
13. The smart play is I'm going to attack Chanel with Chaos Dragon and Thunderbreak Regent.
Pass.
I will attack Chris with my Skyline Despot for 5.
Alright, I have a response.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 3.
Does it rhyme with Ord type?
Pay 5 mana.
Just over here typing my ords.
Tap. Exile Underdark Rift. Roll a d10. Roll a 5. Put target creature. I will target the Despot into its owner's library just beneath the top 5 cards of that. Oh, never mind. I can't do that. I'm cheating. Cheating hard. Never mind. I'm taking 5. I can only be done as a sorcery.
Oh.
I'd allow it.
Never mind. I'm taking 5. Just know I can do that as a sorcery.
When it's my turn. Ooh, boy.
Never mind. I took my 5 like a good boy.
I took
8. I sent 8 at you.
but I only had 7.
I know. I tried to leave you open if there was something you could do to something, but I felt like it would be the wrong move not to attempt to take you out. That will be the end of my turn. Go, Chris.
Oh boy. Alright, I got 2 shots at this. Shot 1.
Flickum Bickus.
No.
A little aroused every time he says flippin' biggest.
I do like it.
Fuego doesn't get you a
Going to
bonus.
discard Delicate Exploration to draw a card.
Your biggest. Flick 'em to me.
I have a friend in Rome whose name is Flickum Bickus. He has a wife, you know.
You're all silly.
Can't do it.
Do it.
Tap this and Arcane Signet. Going to cast Obliterating Bolt. I can't. Can, I guess. They're all 5s. That's a 6.
Cast your commander, and then just hit him, and then just hit him.
Yeah, I might. That might be the way I go.
My cat agrees.
Yeah.
You should be.
9 out of 10
to-
Winstons agree.
You should be dealing
4,
damage
5,
to
6.
creatures that doesn't matter to deal damage to players that does. Or do. It do matter. Show me what that matter do.
I will deal 4 damage to. Oh boy.
What are you doing?
The Gas
Targeting your
Dragon.
dragon?
Targeting your Chaos Dragon.
Alright. Thunderbreak Regent will do 3 damage.
I
to
thought
you.
it was only 3 if I targeted the Thunderbreak Regent.
Whenever a dragon I control
Oh.
becomes the target of a spell or ability.
Alright. Also cool. Down to 3.
So, Chaos Dragon is dead.
Doesn't Imidane do stuff now too?
Yes, it's 4 to each opponent.
Down 8.
I'm 6.
Best turn.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep and draw. Turn. Temple of Epiphany will be my land for turn. It's not going to do much here.
I should have tapped my mana different. Oh man. Simple mistakes.
Mana.
Simple little mistakes.
What's the secondary ability on this thing do? Attacking creatures take plus. God, it's solid.
You could have been powering up everyone's attacks this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Son of a
You
bitch.
could have been biting the soap, making us all look like assholes.
1, 2. Sorry, doing math real quick here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
It's not math, that's
3,
counting.
Yeah.
4.
Throw a plus in there somewhere.
4 plus 3. Math.
Good. I'll do a denominator.
It's over the playmat. Playmat's the denominator.
Alright, so I will. I'm going to pay 7 and I'm going to overload Spectacular Showdown. Put a double strike counter on each creature, then goad each creature that had a double strike counter put on it this way.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody's getting double strike counters.
Chapeau.
Shoop,
So Nelson.
shoop, shoop.
Gross.
Those will be double strike counters. Okay, then everything that has one is goaded.
Double strike. Double strike.
Alright, I've got 5 mana available to me.
This is interesting. Because he has to attack too, which means he's tapping out.
Oh, I didn't think about it that way. You're
Yeah.
right. Book.
So if you accidentally kill somebody, you die on the crackback.
I do. I'm going to...
Rack-a-lackin'.
5, 6, 7, 2. That only matters for commander creatures.
Cards in hand?
I did not think that part through like a fool. So...
Either of them lightning blast?
Did you say land?
No, it didn't.
2 cards in hand.
Would you target at the beginning of your turn with that?
One of them is a land.
Oh yeah, I missed that trigger. Teach.
Yeah.
Take one from Niv Mizzet.
No, fuck you.
I drew.
Now that I'm out, I'll start reminding him of triggers.
1, 2. I'm gonna pay 3, and I'm gonna cast Curse of Verbosity on Teach. Whenever enchanted player is attacked, whoever attacks him draws a card,
And I draw a card.
and then I draw a card.
No, I draw a card.
No,
All
right.
You draw a card.
I am going
Fuck,
to
he
move
draws a card.
to combat. What do you got? A 5/4 and a 5/4.
That's
Wait, what's
correct.
got flying? Any of them?
None of them.
None of them have flying.
Nope.
And you've got 2 mana open.
Correct.
Chris, do you have a flyer?
I have no flyers.
No flyers.
I thought both your creatures had flyers.
That's
All right.
the thing. They're dragons, so you just assume.
They're dragonborn, which is
And-
a common misconception.
I'm going to swing Kyrie at Chris, and I'm going to swing the Warmonger Hellkite and Niv Mizzet at Tej.
Yeah.
Upon attacks, I will draw a card.
Yep.
And I will deal 1 damage to Chris.
And then each opponent attacking that player does the same.
I really wish you
Right.
had attacked me with one of the other creatures and not that one.
Chris, do you have a response?
You,
Nice red fog.
You have to choose to respond or not.
I have no response. Chris. Red fog.
3 creatures are attacking?
Yes.
Roll a d10 and then do nothing.
You know what? I'm going to steal your victory from you.
Yes.
Going to tap this for 1 red. Going to cast
Something that kills you.
Witchstalker Frenzy. No, I can't kill him, but I'm going to kill us.
No, I'm saying.
Costs 1 less to cast for each creature that attacked this turn. So that's
So
3.
3? Yep.
Witchstalker Frenzy deals 5 damage to target creature. Going to target the Thunderbreak Regent. You will both take 5. I take 3 from targeting it.
Hold on. No. This trigger is going to resolve first before that,
So you'll just
and then
die.
that effect gets exiled.
What?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
fuck it. Then I'll kill the Siege Dragon. They're still
That's
Same
still
thing.
It's
the
the same thing
goddamn
because it's
trigger.
targeting a dragon.
They're all. Every creature in play is a dragon.
But
Oh,
these
yeah,
are.
but only
But
mine
these are.
hurt you.
But these are. Yeah. But these
All
are.
right.
Yeah.
Niv
target-
Mizzet.
Okay. All right. All right.
Okay.
So that. So
Now you take 5.
So you pop Nivy.
Okay, now I did.
Now you-
Wait, what was attacking you?
I
Or
take
what was
5.
attacking
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Oh,
I
that's
wanted
not-
it to be
It's a
one of the
6.
5 power
Yeah,
or
that's
5
fair.
toughness ones, because
So
then I
that-
could have snuck out the win.
So
that would've
because
been-
of that, I still take it down here.
Yeah,
You'll-
yeah,
okay.
you win.
So,
I take 5.
He just wanted to go on his own terms.
Immodane's
go down.
trigger will
Yeah.
deal you 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Niv is dead.
Takes 5.
Yep.
Yeah, damn it.
That was a ton of fun. We had the idea. I don't even remember which one of us said, "Hey, we should build budget decks," but that was really fun and competitive and a very, I thought, evenly matched game for 4 decks. I don't think anybody knew what anybody was bringing to the table other than Schnell, who pulled literally my entire deck except 3 cards, because I have to resort my entire collection. So he did me a solid and just pulled my deck out of his collection. So he knew what I was playing. The deck did. I mean, it was. We didn't see a whole ton of goading because I either A, forgot about it, or B, didn't recast Furkrag. But I did get the Warmonger Hellkite that all creatures attack each turn of Fable. Having that on board was nice. And my opening hand, I kept 2 red lands, but I had the Decanter of Endless Water, the Lapis Orb of Dragonkind, and the Dragon's Horde. So I don't like keeping a 2-lander, but with 3 mana rocks in my opening hand, I wanted to kind of press my luck. I drew into my 3rd land on my first draw. So being able to have all that ramp, even though I started out slowly because it wasn't spells that were putting out extra lands for me, but I was putting out mana rocks. To be able to go 3 in a row and then have the scry trigger off the Lapis orb when I was casting dragons, but also the Dragon Sword to help me draw cards. Chris was right when he popped that. There's a lot of interaction like that. I was impressed with what could be done with that deck for under $100. Goad is, I'm not sure I've ever played it before. Never really tried to build for it. It was pretty fun, given the restrictions of what we were going with here. It's probably a deck that I don't know that I would bring it to one of our regular games just because it's a little bit slow and there's not a ton of removal in there. I'm not sure that it could keep up, but it held its own for what it was supposed to do in a budget brew like this. I think that given the right, maybe pod or restrictions on the pod, it's something that I would definitely, put together and play again. I don't remember what the total cost was. It might have come in just under $100, which was the limit we kind of imposed for this challenge. So it's relatively affordable. Might not be in everybody's budget, but something that if you've picked up the Furcrag Precon, a lot of the deck is already in that. There's a few things like Dragon Tempest and a few other things that weren't. I don't think that was in there. That would need to be added, but I don't think there's anything super cost prohibitive in the deck. I'd have to look at the list one more time just to make sure, but it was relatively easy to put together. It was a ton of fun. I thought Schnell was going to win this thing in like 4, 5, 6 turns the way it started out. You don't really think about Myriad being brutal when it gets doubled up until it happens to you multiple turns in a row and there's nothing you can do about it. That was a very well constructed, whatever, cheap violence or whatever he called it.
Poor and violent,
that's it. Very, very well constructed. Tej played the Vrondis Precon deck. I have that deck. It's a deck that I've wanted to build out and pull some things and then add some things to it, but I like it out of the box. The only thing, like Tej was saying, those mana bases, there's a lot of mana, and there's ramp cards, but a lot of times in the Precon decks there's not a lot of extra card draw, so you get stuck with what you're drawing, and if all you're finding is land, you can get a little bit stuck. The Skyline Despot was definitely scary. I was glad that I was able to put him in a place where he either had to decide to maintain the Monarch or give it up, because that extra card draw was at least a little bit of fuel for Niv Mizzet, and it helped me see more of my deck. And Chris's mono red deck, you never really know when those things are going to completely pop off. I don't know that he saw as much of the instant and sorceries he wanted to, or maybe he looted through more of them, but we did get to see his commander synergize with what he was trying to do with it at least once, which was cool. I thought they were 4 decks that were all completely different, all pretty evenly matched, given the fact that 3 out of the 4 were custom lists, and again, none of us knew what was going to be coming to the table outside of Schnell having helped me pull my list. But I'm assuming his deck was done, before then. So yeah, it was great. I loved the challenge. I'd like to do it again sometime, and hope everybody else had as much fun as I did.
For the budget deck battle, I brought out Imidane. This is a deck that I feel like could have some real teeth if budget was not a consideration. And I didn't want to build anything oppressive, so I figured this would be a good spot for a budget build. I didn't see too much of my direct damage spells, but I think that was just the luck of the draw. I feel like I have enough of those in the deck, as well as some card drawing and other means to additional card velocity. The only one I saw tonight was Chandra's Regulator, which does work in mono red decks. But I could have used a little more card filtering. My deck list is in Archidect if you guys want to take a look at it yourself and maybe suggest some tweaks to it. But I do feel like I have a pretty good ratio of burn spells in there. Like some of the other interviewers said, this game seemed like it really could be anybody's at any given point. Schnell came out of the gates swinging with multiple Myriad triggers and was just putting the hurting on people fast and early. Tej's dragons were doing really, really good. And even in the middle of the game, there was a moment there where I felt like Nelson was almost out of it. And then, out of nowhere, board state, double strike, win. It was a really fast game. I like fast games. I like to jam as many games as I can in a night. I think this was a fun game. I really like budget. It forces you to look past cards. You know, you typically look at, you get away from some of those default picks, and it forces you to kind of get a little creative, and that's my favorite way to build decks, and I hope we do more budget stuff in the future.
Tonight I played Verondis Rage of Ancients right out of the box, unmodified precon. So the idea behind the budget deck was to put a price limit on the decks, again, as pointed out, to make some deck building decisions, and I think that is an excellent exercise. However, there is a certain group of people out there who don't, unfortunately, have budget decks because it's a fun exercise. They have budget decks because they don't have the wallet for those more expensive decks. And sometimes if you're not playing with a big group of people, that came out wrong. If you're not playing with a close-knit group of people who are going to keep prices relatively close, if they're thinking along the lines of that price equals power level, then coming to a table with a $100 deck when no one else is having a deck that cheap, sometimes it feels like you're at a disadvantage, which is completely understandable. Not only did I not have the time really to build a budget deck, which is why I played a precon right out of the box, unmodified, but precons are getting better and better and better. And honestly, they're all prices are kind of creeping up, but with a $100 limit, precons are still under $100. So if you only have $100 to spend on a EDH deck, pick up a precon. You're going to have a great time. So the Verondis, when it came out, it was well under $100. When I looked at it right before the game started, it had jumped up to 110, which was when I uploaded it and decided that this is what I was going to play for budget day. It was under $100. And then I remember the cool little thing, the cool little button that I didn't think about before is updating my list to the cheapest versions of cards, because sometimes when you take into consideration, you could use a very, very fancy version of a card which costs a lot of money, but the card itself is still a budget card. If someone's going to yell at you because you're playing the fanciest version of a Soul Ring, and that's what's put your deck over budget, they're stupid. So, because I wanted to come back and be like, haha guys, I forgot to hit that cheapest button, I did it before coming to the camera, and lo and behold, this deck is $109, not $110. So, there. My MVP tonight is Chaos Dragon. I love Chaos Dragon. I've loved Chaos Dragon as soon as I first saw it in whatever set it came out in. Chaos Dragon is... I have like 3 of them, in I believe, in different decks.
It came out in that deck, I think.
Did it? I thought it came out before this deck. Who knows? One of us is right. But the point is, Chaos Dragon, cheap dragon, 3 mana, 4/4 flying haste, with a quote-unquote setback where it cannot attack the player who rolls the highest with a d20. But if I roll the highest with a d20, which I did at least once tonight, then I can attack whoever I want. The fact that it has to attack each combat, but I can send it around, it's very efficient. And it does different work in different decks. And tonight it was a threat. Tonight it took a taste out of everybody, I think. And Chaos Dragon, you were great. I remember what else I wanted to say about this deck and about precons in general. As cheap as they are and as fun as they are, precons very often have a habit of taking 2 or 3 different themes and smushing them together, and no one theme is represented as well as it could be. And Verondis on the surface says you want to roll dice, because the more dice you roll, the more damage Verondis is going to deal to himself, and the more dragon tokens you're going to create. And I did a quick count through, and assuming I counted correctly, there are only 10 cards in that deck that allow me to roll dice. 10 cards out of 100. So the dice rolling theme, which isn't very well represented. So if you're going to build Vrondis, I would really lean into those dice rolling things, and you're going to make a shit ton more tokens than this deck did for me tonight. I lost my train of thought. Again, all I would do at this point is reiterate what everyone before me said. It was very back and forth. It was a very fun game. And once again, playing unmodified pre-counts is a very legit strategy for a budget game, even if the cost of the deck goes up a little bit over time, which they're all going to do. If you bought it at $50, it's still a budget deck, in my opinion, if it's unmodified.
You know what else is a valid strategy? Actually building a budget deck.
Shut up!
So, I went with Ishan, or Ishin? Either way. My commander is absolutely the MVP of this deck, and I think for commander, EDH, whatever you want to call it, that's a good way to build. And starting with just a dirt cheap, stupid legendary, he's low to the ground. Yeah, he's mana restricted, that I need one of each of his 3 colors, but his ability, I was looking for any and all ways that I could abuse it, and in searching, I literally searched for just the words attacking, when attack. And that brought me to a lot of options, and I started to settle into Myriad about halfway through fine-tuning this deck. Going 3 color in a budget build, probably the most difficult thing I've done. That Triome, I think when I priced it was between $17 or $18 of my $90, I think cheapest version of everything is still like $70. So that thing was almost a quarter of my deck by itself. I needed it, and it was great, and it helped me, but my MVPs are still dirt cheap commander. The Hammers of Moradin, just being able to tap down little stuff. I have a few just direct damage and tap effects, and I was hoping that they would be a little bit useful here and there, because the thought process was, I only care about the original copy of whatever is attacking. So if I can tap down something to keep the original alive, I can keep abusing all the copies going at everyone else. The Ganassi Enforcers, I did not think would help me deal so much damage, but it's one of those few cards that it names specific, and you don't get to play as many as you want in a deck. But I found a way to make it good. I swung with 5 Ganassi Enforcers, and I made them 4/3s and did a shit ton of damage. Heliod's Emissary, another one of those tap effects, and again, trying to keep things alive. He's specifically there to be bestowed upon my commander, so when I had to swing, because I was sitting on the enchantment that gave everything Myriad for most of the game, I was just waiting for A, 8 mana, as one does, but B, the opportunity to play it with little to no crackback, because I was investing everything into that. And when Nelson started forcing everyone to attack, I had to keep my commander alive, so I had to bestow. I had to use 7 for that. So overall, that Goad deck, and I pointed this out during the game, when I pull cards for people, I don't read them. I don't think of them in any other context other than find copy of blank, move to next card, get this done. Because we were supposed to record a night earlier than we did. Nelson was on the verge of bailing, so I frantically searched for about an hour to get the entire list pulled. And again, didn't read anything other than name, set, go, name, set, go. So it was really cool to see all those random cards that I have vague recollections of while pulling come together and just kick the shit out of us. I should have pulled non-counter spells and slotted them into the counterspell slots, just because Chris doesn't deserve all of the countering hate that Nelson always sends at him, and it's every single opportunity countering Chris's stuff. Granted, it's warranted. Chris plays good decks and good choices with his spells, so getting disrupted there generally helps the table, but unfortunately Nelson was the table at that point. I do like the Vrondis deck. I will appreciate Tej's time and the fact that he tried to stay within the confines of our restrictions while still going with his dragon restricted build options. A little disappointed that he didn't have the time to build something unique and special and Tej-like, but this one does feel kind of like a Tej deck, so it makes sense that he was running it. Beyond that, check out some of the full-on teach like decks in our future games or previous ones by liking and subscribing and making sure that you watch all the crap I put out. And click the thumbs up because it helps my soul.